GSL. GSL Season 3.
What's up, guys? We're back. This is the GSL CODES semifinals with Cure and Innovation, and we're all tied up.
2-2, and it's just looking like this series it's just not going to be one-sided. It already isn't, you know, but I feel like we could go to a Game 7 is what I'm trying to say, Taste.
I would love to see a Game 7. I would absolutely love that. We're going to go into match number 5. The map's going to be Nimbus. Innovation, he's playing really well in some of these, but in that last game that we saw, he tried to do that 2-base spec timing. You know, after he took a lot of damage early on, I'm wondering if Innovation can do well if he doesn't take any damage early on, because his late game's pretty wicked. Now we go into game number 5 on Nimbus. And we're that much closer to seeing which of these two players will go to the finals. In the bottom left, he is
GNL Green Wings Cure.
I'm curious to see how this guy plays on this map because he's been expanding a lot. Got that free base on this map.
And in the upper left, in the red,
SK Telecom T1 Innovation.
I could see Innovation gas first versus CC first out of Cure. Innovation looks angry.
I'm really wondering.
Welcome to T1.
Oh,
Says that in
Flowers.
In Korean too, and says let's go to the finals. It's tied up right now. Anything could happen. And there's the Barracks actually first for Innovation. And Cure. Looks like he's going to do CC first.
I don't believe we've had Innovation do Barracks first.
Nope, this is
normally
first
going
time.
for gas first. This is a different map, though. Oh, from Perth. Welcome. Thank you for coming down.
So with a CC first, obviously, you know, you get a good economic lead. You have a lot of safety on this map with that because of the backdoor expansion. You're going to be safe against ground attacks, but with these spawning locations, if Innovation gets a fast Banshee or a fast Dropout, could do some really good punishing damage. And again, unfortunately for Innovation, he's not going to be able to see this most likely because he's scouting the incorrect location. He's going to the top right first.
Yeah.
He's going to get shut down, probably, with that scout. And he himself is actually going to do a naked barracks expand, a gasless barracks expand over here, so he's not going to be too far behind economically. So playing a little bit safer.
So cool to have all these people down here from all over the world. Get your heads back on the keyboard. There we go. So the gas is about to finish here for Cure. Bit of a passive opening for both of these players, and that's understandable because the map is Nimbus. Nimbus is you know, a map that it's very tempting to take that back door base. It's tucked away. Oh. This is the place to be, guys.
This is the place.
This is the place to be. So, you know, for now, we're going to have to wait because it's going to be a little bit passive of a game. We have the gas is finishing up here for Innovation. The tech is eventually going to start. Now, because they both went for basically quick expand builds, there's still a lot of options for how both sides can play from here.
Yeah.
It's not like one guy went quick expand, the other guy, you know, went for aggression, so he has to attack and do some damage here. But this is to be expected on a map like this.
Cure got the much faster gas.
He also got he's getting a bunker here too, so it's not clear to him what kind of shape he's going to be in.
Yeah, he sacrificed a little bit of...
okay, he cancels when he sees there's only 4 Marines there.
Sacrificed a little bit of safety in this situation for the fast gas, but decides to get the bunker instead. So, you know, that's why he got that eventually. Now realizes, okay, I don't need that. I could drop that. But with his faster gas and his faster expansion, he gets a slight lead just overall in this game. He's got his tech first. He's going to have his flying units out first in that starport, and his economy's in a much better position with the double mules he had faster, and also just he had, you know, slightly faster SCV production time. It's not a huge lead, but it's slightly noticeable, as you can see on the production tabs. And we'll see what these two decide to do with their starports.
Yeah, you know, there's a chance we could see some more of the Vikings coming out here, trying to control that air area. It'll depend. I'm also wondering if either of these guys are going to try to get a Banshee quickly now. There's a scan, so they're both roughly in the same spot. We do have the Widowmine about to pop out here for Cure.
Yeah, I wonder if he'll just keep using that defensively like we see him do it in all these games so far.
Well, he could even put the Widowmine, especially on this map, Cure could put the Widowmine in his backdoor base and just wait for a drop or something to come in there, because that's actually, I mean, it's so tempting to try to drop stuff over there. And if you got a good Widowmine hit off from there, that could seriously end up bringing you into a huge lead. So we have the command center now being made.
Yep, and there's that drop being loaded up, that new little UI down there. Pop that over, show you guys. Looks like he is going to drop the Widowmine, if I'm not mistaken, in there.
Yep.
So let's
and this
see.
Is
oh, nice position on this Marine. That is so smart.
Yeah, that's a really good spot to put that. So he sees this is coming. Cure has not turned around yet. He might be walking right into a trap here.
Yeah, definitely not going to want to land this. The Widowmine wouldn't even be able to burrow in time. He just wants to get that out of there. But, you know, Innovation taking an extra little precaution. He knew that the big problem for him in Game 3 especially, rather Game 4, was that drop. And not going to let him catch him off guard this time. Keeps his Hellions all at home.
So he'll just go to the middle there, try to control the map a little bit from there. Get an idea of if and when Innovation's going to move out. Innovation now is making 2 more factories, Wolf.
Yeah,
Innovation is really showing us that this is what he wants to do in this matchup. This is how he feels like he's going to beat Cure. And keep in mind, there's no other Terran in the finals. So Innovation is really showing us this is the way to play TVT right now.
Yeah.
Is to mech.
Innovation's known for doing this in all matchups in best of series, just do the same build over and over and over again because he feels like he's mastered it. Like he's got it to this point where he's like, it doesn't matter what you do. What I'm doing is solid, it's safe, and I'm so good at it that it's just going to work.
Meanwhile, Cure going for the more traditional TVT style, massing up barracks while just getting mass Marine Marauder while pumping out tanks, getting medevacs with that too,
getting infantry upgrades,
and you can see now Innovation can confirm that there with a scan. He sees exactly what's going on.
Yep, sees double eBays. And again, Cure having that third CC down pretty quick, but this time Innovation not far behind.
Well, I think he can get this third command center very quickly because he saw his opponent also went for a quick expand. So there's no threat at all for the third base being stopped. But neither player had a pretty big army here. So that third base for both these guys is going to go down pretty quickly. Now we have the Hellbat drop coming up here.
Yep. Yeah, it gets spotted right away, but that doesn't mean that necessarily he's going to be able to hold it. He needs to get units over there right away. And pure Marine against this is not enough if he drops all those Hellbats to just kill the Marines and then kill the SCVs.
He goes ahead and backs up.
Yeah,
not
smart
worth it.
choice.
He could end up having the medevac and shot down.
Just too risky. I'll go and clear up these debris to give him a little bit more breathing room over here against this bio. There is a Cure drop swinging around the north, right around the 12 o'clock right now. There's a few units there to defend, so I don't think he'll get anything done with it, but a nice attempt nonetheless. Yeah, these Hellions in this turret should make quick work of all these units. In fact, he wants to bait it in.
Okay, nicely done. A boost there. He's going to have to loop around, go back out to the upper right.
So, you know, with that Blue Flame finishing up right now for Innovation, he is going to be able to take a little bit more direct engagement over these bio forces just by dropping his Hellbats on top of them if they do meet each other in the middle of the map. That's where he gets that for. And see how quickly Cure gets his 2-2 upgrades. Something you can definitely get over a mech player is upgrades if you just keep hitting those on time.
Yeah, the thing you want to be worried about, though, against the mech players when he gets maxed out with those upgrades. It's funny because the siege tanks, when siege mode, they're always going to hit first, which is scary because if they have the +3 attack, how much of your army gets annihilated before you even get to start to do your damage? Yeah. And, of course, the second volley is not far away at all.
Good scouts by both players in this game. I'm really impressed with it. Just always sending Marines, Widowmines all over the map. A lot of map vision. He's got the Watchtower Cure does. He's got Widowmines outside the base to maybe catch drops. He's got 2 Marines over there set up. So he knows when Innovation moves out to do drops, exactly when they're coming, where they're coming from.
You know what? I think he's actually... Oh, hold it. I thought he was going to try to come up there through the left side. Okay, he's going
he
around...
said something, though.
Yeah, I think it was Hellions? No, Marine over there. Now, concussive shells are finishing. He's going to have combat shields, too. Now, you can see that Innovation is in... He's ready to move. He has everything in the medevacs, the Hellbats, that is. Ready to go out at any second.
Okay, remember this happened before. He scanned, he saw the units in the medevacs, and he just attacked blindly. Is he going to do it again?
I guess it can be a little bit misleading when you see also Hellbats below that, but I think this would be unwise if he were to push in here now.
I don't think he's going to make the same mistake again.
Now, there's a fourth base here for Cure, at the bottom center.
This is cool because now he's essentially saying, okay, I'm going to make it look like I might attack you. You got to play a little bit defensively. I'm going to get this economically in the fourth, using the mobility, the pressure that he has with this type of composition. And what I really like about Innovation's comp is obviously it's mech, but it also has a lot of Vikings to protect his medevacs. It's going to be really hard for Cure to actually take a direct engagement over that.
Oh,
Here we go!
God.
He boosts
He's
right on
drop
top
on
of
these.
it. And this is a lot of damage output right here.
Now, are those
as well.
Hellbats too bunched up, though, over there? The siege tanks seem to be dealing with it pretty well. In fact, that attack did not go as well as I think it should have there for Innovation.
He struggled to get up the ramp with the rest of his units. It looked like it was a beautiful setup there, but it just didn't have the follow-up that it needed.
Well, the problem, too, is that he didn't drop on the tanks. He dropped on the army, so the tanks could just sit back and shoot at it. And now we have Cure going to go in here. A big factor to keep in mind here for Cure is the fact that he has that fourth base. All he has to do is keep Innovation busy while he gets that fourth base up and running.
Yeah.
And he's doing it. I mean, with this high ground here and entry from the left side or the upper right side, this is a little bit tricky here for Innovation. But at the same time, Innovation's army can do more damage if he can just get a fair fight. A scan over here. And I think actually Innovation's going to go for it.
He may very well taste this. Here we go. He's going to run up here and try to drop on top of all of these Marauders with his Hellbats. Bit of a delay there, but he's just got so much army here.
He sieged those siege tanks too far back.
Yeah, they're not able to participate.
Most of them were actually pointed up.
He just again jumped on top of the army, but didn't have that follow-up damage. He just threw his medevac or his Hellbats away.
He might be able to try to mass up again and try to push through this. Let's see. The tank count is 5 to 15, so Innovation with a huge amount more damage coming from the tanks. Unfortunately, positionally, this just goes to Cure. Cure is still able to do this. Oh, this sucks. Oh, man.
Going to have to cancel that.
Ouch. That is bad. To lose that command center like that.
Especially considering Cure already has a fourth saturated, fully gassed up. A little Viking flower there. Get that extra vision.
It looks like a school of fish.
Yeah. It's like swimming around a tube or something.
Yeah. So.
Uh-oh, he's going to try to go around here for a flank. I don't know if he has enough units to do this, though. That's a lot of tanks. I mean, that's like 18 tanks right now, or perhaps even more by now. He's got... Their +3 is on the way. These tanks are +2, man.
With the Widow Mine. That's annoying.
He's doing such a great job of denying these expansions with this mobility.
This is how you get mech, guys. You can punish them by their lack of mobility. And it looks like Innovation's going to try to come around here.
A bit sloppy,
I find
though.
this move questionable.
Yeah. Taking a lot of damage from that high ground.
I actually don't like this at all.
No, I don't. Well, Cure also then makes a few control mistakes, but...
Yeah,
all
but
right,
look,
he's going to stem these Marauders in. Again, Cure is so good at zoning, he's never getting into the range of those siege tanks unless he has to. And he's always just making sure the Hellbats are on the outside of that range.
His Widow Mine is
he
still there.
He still didn't realize what the problem was, I guess.
It's 154 to 191.
Cure is taking a lot of hits, so even though he's got a better economy, it's costing him all of his money to replenish it all the time. And this is a tough engagement to have to take here. The Vikings just controlling the sky here, and Innovation just swarming through the tanks.
There's only tanks left, and this is when they start to dive very quickly to the Marauders. And if he loses all these tanks, I don't know if he can recover, actually. He spent the entire game making all of those tanks. Yeah, he's going to land. The Vikings now keep those tanks alive.
He's still just got this massive tank count.
That's how a mech player loses. If you have 15, 20 tanks, something like that, and you suddenly lose them all, it takes way too long to recover that, whereas a player who's going from Marine, Marauder, Medevac, I mean, they can... Oh, that was a mistake. They could just keep replenishing that very simply. But you know what? In Innovation's defense, Innovation is the supply lead. He's getting right outside the entrance to Cure's base.
Well, you know, it tastes if you have say, 25 tanks and you lose 14, you still have 11 siege tanks. So, I mean, I guess he's just, at this point, he's just trying to force these engagements, kill those Marauders, and just continue to push his way forward here. Set this contain. He's got his base up finally. He's got a bunch of extra CCs dropping mules. And he's got this confidence to continue pushing forward. Might want to consider trying to go over to that 4th base instead of just attacking head-on here. It's going to be pretty tough.
Well, also note that this is where the factories are here, too. If he actually can hit that, the tanks aren't going to be able to come out. He'll have to lift that, and that would just give an even bigger tank lead here. So he's getting over to where that area is. You can see Kure deliberating about whether or not he should come down there.
He's losing a few Marauders here and there. All right, he's moving very far forward here. There's a huge group of units coming over from the right side, but they are annihilated instantly by those tanks.
I think Innovation may have just done it.
I think so. There's not enough to buffer anymore, and he can just drop right on top of these siege tanks. With the Hellbats now, even the Vikings can help out because there's nothing more in the air anymore.
Yeah, this is crazy, man. He went all the way across the map. Kure had a good contain, and Innovation just managed to shove him back.
GG.
Despite being down a base, GG. Innovation 1 win away from moving on to the finals against the four-time GSL finalist, Sioux.
1 win away, Taste, and he's just showed that in mid to late game, both players maxed out. He knows how to fight better. He's built a better composition. Kure's never able to circumvent him, never able to get in there and do the damage he needs to do with his bio. You know, he's doing a lot of great denies at the 4th base, even dropping the Widow Mines, you know, constantly harassing that location, but he's never able to deal with Innovation's army, and that becomes a very big problem the moment Innovation's army is on his doorstep.
It seems that so far, Innovation's mech is just a little bit stronger than Kure's tank bio.
Yeah. He's got some issue with his eyes, perhaps, here. I hope not.
We're going to have to use the backup glass eye from Golf. We already had to use the extra mouse for Innovation.
Well,
I wonder what that was all about.
It looked like he might have had something stuck in his eye, like maybe an eyelash or something. But hopefully everything's resolved now. But he needs to really, I feel like, capitalize on these moments where Innovation's mech army isn't fully maxed out yet.
Yeah.
Because that's what's been working for him in this series. But once it gets maxed out, he has such a big problem dealing with all those Hellbats and the Medevacs and the Viking count that protects them. And also the vision that all of those units give. The Vikings, the Medevacs give so much high ground vision, so much flying vision where they can move forward, give the tanks a volley, move back.
I have to say, you don't normally see someone with mech able to push that effectively and just get in there, especially considering that position Kure had on the high ground. Kure was doing a very good job. I think Kure might have wanted to attempt to counter a little bit more.
Yeah.
Maybe do some medevac drops when he sees that army pushing out.
Yeah, say like a triple medevac drop or something.
Yeah, Innovation's tanks snaked around the center side, and then Kure was in a really awkward spot. The map is going to be Overgrowth.
I mean, in Kure's defense, I have to say his zoning was really good against the siege tanks on the Marauder. I mean, the Hellbat drops on the Marauders, but I feel like rather than trying to depend on his micro in these late game engagements, he should try to get ahead early because that's really what's been working for him in these games.
Okay, let's see what they try to do on this map. It's a map that allows for almost any build TVT. So let's see when it's all on the line with these two players.